Hey, this is your coach, Miss Nilima from Srimati L.P. Savani Vidya Bhavan, Arachal. Let's talk about tsunami before moving to the story. A tsunami is a really high waves in the ocean caused by a large-scale earthquake or landslide. In 2004, 9.1 magnitude earthquake struck the Indian Ocean coastline, creating a tsunami. The force underneath the ground has been built up over hundreds of years before the release in 2004, causing the ground to shake and then erupt in giant waves. The movement underneath the ground were due to movement of tectonic plates section of the earth crust. The Indian Ocean borders several countries along 3 different continents. The tsunami had effect on 18 countries. The most death and missing persons were from Indonesia, followed by Sri Lanka and Thailand. Effect of the tsunami. Deaths. Approximately 2 lakh people were killed and about 40,000 were missing after the Indian Ocean tsunami, both people living in the countries affected as well as travelers. Many of the deaths were younger children because they couldn't stand the force of the water as the giant waves hit. Homes. Thousands of homes were damaged or brought down flat to the ground after the tsunami hit. Thousands of people were without homes, food and clean water. Health. Major health issues arose in the area affected due to the little access to food, clean water, and healthcare after the tsunami hit. People that were injured during the natural disaster may have their open wound, and without proper care they become infected and spread disease to surrounding people. Now there are 4 stories of Andaman and Nicobar Island in part 1. One by one, I'll read this paragraph of the textual passage and then explain you the story. These stories are all from the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. Ignatius was the manager of a cooperative society in Kachal. His wife woke him up at 6 a.m. because she felt an earthquake. Ignatius carefully took his television set off its table and put it down on the ground so that it would not fall and break. Then the family rushed out of the house. When the tremor stopped, they saw the sea rising in a chaos and confusion. 2 of his children caught hold of the hand of their mother, father, and mother's brother and rushed into the opposite direction. He never saw them again. His wife was also swept away. Only the 3 other children who came with him were saved. Now the explanation of the first story. The first story is about Ignatius. His wife woke him up at 6 a.m. sensing an earthquake. Ignatius put the television on the ground to save it from the quake. Then all the members of the family rushed out. When the tremor stopped, they saw the sea rising. This caused them confusion. They all ran but in opposite directions. His family was swept away. His 2 children along with father and brother were also lost. Thus Ignatius lost his wife, 2 children, his father-in-law and his brother-in-law in the tsunami. But the 3 other children were saved because they were with him. Now I come to the next story. It's about Sanjeev. Let's read the passage. Sanjeev was a policeman serving in a Kachal island of the Nicobar group of islands. He somehow managed to save himself, his wife and his baby daughter from the waves. But then he heard cries for help from the wife of John, the guest house cook. Sanjeev jumped into the water to rescue her, but they were both swept away. Now, the explanation of the second story. The second story is of a brave Sanjeev. He was a policeman. He managed to save himself, his wife, and his baby daughter. Then he heard the cries for help. These cries were from John's wife. John was a cook in their guest house. Sanjeev jumped into the water to save her. They both were swept away and drowned. Now the third textual passage. 13-year-old Meghna was swept away along with her parents and 77 other people. She spent 2 days floating in the sea, holding on to a wooden door. 11 times she saw relief helicopter overhead, but they did not see her. She was brought to the shore by a wave and was found walking on the seashore in a daze. Now here is the explanation of Meghna's story. She was swept away along with 71 other people and her parents. She was floating for 2 days in the sea, holding a wooden door. The waves brought her onto the shore. She was unable to think where she was. Now the fourth story of tragedy Almaz. Almaz Javed was 10 years old. She was a student of Carmel Convent in Port Blair, where his father had a petrol pump. Her mother Raila's home was in Nancowry Island. The family had gone there to celebrate Christmas. When the tremors came early in the morning, the family was sleeping. Alma's father saw the sea water recede. He understood that the water would come rushing back with great force. He woke everyone up and tried to rush them to a safer place. As they ran, her grandfather was hit on the head by something and he fell down. Her father rushed to help him. Then came the first giant wave that swept both of them away. Alma's mother and aunt stood clinging to the leaves of the coconut tree, calling out to her. A wave uprooted the tree and they too were washed away. Alma saw a log of wood floating. She climbed on to it. Then she fainted. When she woke up, she was in a hospital in Kamorta. From there, she was brought to Port Blair. The little girl does not want to talk about the incident with anyone. She is still traumatized. Now here is the explanation of the Alma's story. Almaz Javed was a small 10 years old girl studying in Carmel Convent in Port Blair. Her father had a petrol pump. Their family had gone to Nancowry Island for Christmas celebration. When the drama took place early in the morning, when all the family members were sleeping, Alma's father saw the moving back of water and he understood. What he did, he woke everyone and started to rush at safer place. Her father and grandfather were swept away by the giant wave. Alma's mother and aunt also took the help of the coconut tree, but the tree was uprooted and they too were washed away as they were holding on to with it. Alma saw log of wood that time floating. What she did, she climbed onto it. Then she fainted and when she woke up, she saw herself in a hospital in Komorta. This is the end of the part 1. just to go through the difficult words and phrases with their meanings for your vocabulary. Part 2 and Part 3 of the story, which is about Sri Lanka and Indonesia, will be covered in the next session. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.